first month of 2025, and I am been playing on this sea shanty world for about a year and a half, and I've done a lot of things. And at the mark of this new year, I just wanted to make a quick video touring everything that I've done so far and documenting it. Eventually, I won't be able to play this world anymore. Hopefully, that doesn't happen for a while, but I just wanted to make this video as a benchmark and to document and to remember everything I've done so far. So I've put together a little tour guide here. So first we'll go to the research center, then to the escape room, to the farm area, and then to the we'll finish at the shopping district and the casino. So to begin our tour, I think we should go back to when I logged onto the server and was taking a look at what had already been built. My friends had already been on the server for about a year building things, so there's already a significant amount of infrastructure in place. I'm just flying right now to the place I started to feel inspired. So this is my friend, approaching up here is my friend's watchdog's base. At the time it was just this building, so all of this is new, and that's new back there. But this tunnel and trail right here has been here since I logged on. So I was walking along this trail and felt seriously inspired by his chapel right there. Like I said, this wasn't there at the time, but it would have inspired me equally as much. So I felt super inspired by his build so far and continue to do. So I decided to build by him. So I kept walking down this trail, and at the time I didn't have wings, so I didn't fly, so it took a while. But I got to this point right at the end of this tunnel and saw the snow biome coming out of this tunnel and said, wow, I've never built in the snow before, and I would love to build by my friend Watchdog down the street. So I started, as I was walking down, I started to get ideas. What could I do in the snow? Maybe a Hoth inspired base or something similar, maybe a brutalistic Artic research center, which is actually what I ended up doing. So I got to this point on this corner here and said, man, how cool would it be if there was this big building looming over the valley? And right here, I made just that. A big Arctic research center that just looms over this frozen river and the surrounding forests and such. So this is exactly what I had pictured. Perhaps newcomers on the server will take a similar tour, walking along all the roads, and they'll come across and look at my base and just be like, wow, that is very ominous. So that was the objective. I made a little trail, but for the sake of time, I'll just fly up. As I was building this, well, before I started building that, I camped up here. This was my very first block I ever placed in this area, this campfire. And as you know, you may not know, I like to build my starter bases as caves in the mountain. So I built this little cave in the mountain. I had a few farms and, crafting and storage in here. I was living in here while I built this, which took this took a long time at the very beginning of the game because it's so big. Lots of stone, which takes fuel in the furnace and stuff, so took a while, but I eventually did it, and then I moved in, and I'll just do a quick tour of it. So we've on the bottom layer we have, it's pretty empty. I was gonna put a little snow crawler machine in here, but haven't got around to it yet. So starting from the entrance, we have our bottom level. You've probably seen these farms. This cactus farm, sea kelp farm back there. Over here is the bamboo and sugarcane farm. We have our bulk storage for our mining session, which the mine just drops down there. Super quick, more storage. All of the drops for our farms go into this automatic sorting system. So as you can see, there's a cactus, there's a sea kelp block that they all get sorted here. So super nice for bulk things. I've got a few auto crafters crafting the basics, torches and rockets. And back here in this corner, I have another auto crafter machine that creates dispensers for me because they're a pain to craft. Back in this room, in this corner, this is just on the base level as well. In this room, I have a tree chamber. You can, it goes down a lot of blocks, so you can plant a spruce tree and easily chop it down with the bubble elevator and stuff. All right, so that should be everything on the main level. If we go up the stairs here to the second level, we have the catwalk that we could see from down there. See kind of get an overview of everything. Got a couple pets. But here is where I spend most of my time, obviously. It's my storage, the heart of the base. We have our smelters here for small items. There's a smelter down here that I forgot to show. I'll go back there quickly. This is my automatic super smelter. It hooks up 16 furnaces together. Pretty standard stuff. There's the back of it. And then automatically just distributes all the items and fuel and retrieves them back here. Super nice for lots of stuff. But if I'm not smelting a lot of stuff, then I just use these fueled by this automatic lava regenerator. This is my storage. I've lived in here the whole time. I keep thinking that I need more storage, but then I go build something, bulk storage like down in the basement in the storage that collects all the items. Taking a look in the back rooms, we have some beds. I just heard the chime, which means it's time to go to bed. I was going to do like armor pieces for different situations, kind of make it more immersive like that, but I have yet to get around to that. Back here, I'm not sure what that chime was. Anyway, we have our library, some things to do, some books, some information. It's my official deed for my shop that we will visit eventually. A few collections of trims and stuff. These are supposed to be like changing rooms. The server god visited me one time and wrote me a message. Back here we have a little stone generator. This was going to be my an automatic refilling sorting system storage, but I haven't done that yet. Just an idea. Okay, I think that's about everything on this level. Where's next on the tour? So next we'll go to the escape room. So when I was building this and I started, playing the game and thinking about why this was here, I'll free cam a little bit and zoom out. As I was thinking, so I'm building a research center. What in the world are people researching? So that gave me the idea to do something I've always wanted to do in Minecraft, which is to build a escape room. So this project over here, which is the escape room, took me over a year to complete. And the story behind this is the research center was built because of this monument temple, for the sake of researching this monument temple thing. And here's a little remote research center that we can visit real quick. So the story is, this was discovered, built by the Aztecs or ancient civilization or something. And the Artic Research Center people are trying to figure out the mysteries of the escape room. So this little thing is just the rules. Don't break any blocks. It's free to play. Don't cheat, please. Don't bring anything with you except for food. Let me know if any recommendations or issues. And then you leave all your stuff here. For the sake of the tour, I will just take you through the back. So if you ever have the world download, I'm not going to spoil anything for you. But I will need that. So the back entrance, if you want to play, you can find the world download if it's available. I'm not sure if it will be, but I'll take you through the back because this is what I'm most proud of. If we go back here, Actually, I want to do this a different way. This was my maintenance entrance for a long time while I was working on it. I want to take you quickly through the whole thing from the user experience. So, if you have the world download, pause the video now. Don't watch this part because I'm going to go through it. If you don't, then you'll be able to experience what it would be like to go through the Uncharted escape. Just a quick notice to, visit down there, put your stuff down there, but I'll just leave my stuff on. So the user, the player, has read about the lore in this building right here, understands that my base is acting as the research center for this monument. So they drop down here. Once they drop in, there's no getting out, right? It's too high to jump. And you initialize the puzzle by doing this maze. Everyone loves a maze, especially in Minecraft. Super claustrophobic. And it goes down and down again. There's three layers to the maze. And I just happen to know exactly my way through. But other people might get stuck. So then this is the bottom layer, which is just straight over here. This is the only way through. Once you drop down, there's nothing else to do. So you just drop down into the actual puzzle. Hopefully this all works. The redstone. Okay, so as you explore, you see this central room that we just dropped down through. Hopefully it's light enough to see on the camera. Perhaps I'll turn up the brightness a little bit, maybe up to 40. You can see a little bit better. But it's meant to be moody. It's meant to have this dark, eerie, drippy, moist feel to it. So if you go down to this hall, you'll see this overgrown, the weeds are coming through, the roots are coming through, there's some dripstone, and you see this sign, you'll be permitted to quit when all 3 pillars are lit. And obviously the player might think that this is the way out, but there's no way to get out yet. You might see some iron doors. The lore is building the puzzle. What could you do? I'm not narrating this very well, but that's okay. Ideally, the user would only bring their food in with you. This room isn't designed to kill you, but there's nothing dangerous in here. But if you don't bring food, you could die from hunger, which would be a bad thing in terms of the game, because the whole thing automatically resets when you exit, which I'll show you later in a minute. So all 4 quadrants have, like, corners of that main room have a maze that lead you to a part of the puzzle. So this is the first part of the first room that I chose to go down. So we have these buttons on the wall, and these torches on the wall, and these torches on the ground. I'm going to just go through it, explain it as I go. Again, if you have the world download, I'd recommend you pause the video. Don't let me explain all the solutions. Essentially, for this puzzle, these are the clues on the wall, and you have to match up these torches for, to the, this block matches this block, so you have to make sure that this is turned off. You'd think that this button turns the torch off, but it also affects the other torches. So I just happen to know that this button will match up this one, and then this one will match up the torches to the clues on the wall, which will open up the door behind you. Walking in, dim, dark, stony library type room. We go through here. Oh, I forgot. There's a key in this barrel, so don't forget to grab the key. This pressure plate right here opens the door, and it also activates this stair, which allows you to go. If you go too slow, oh, I actually didn't realize that. You just walk. Most people try to jump, which it actually takes too slow. So the trick is to just walk normally. Don't sprint or jump, and that will allow you to walk up the stairs. Anyway, so this is kind of like a bulk storage. Open the door up here. More storage for more stuff. Again, really drippy, really dark. It's not meant to be. It's been abandoned for a long time. There's a window here to the next room. This button doesn't do anything right now, but if you were to press this button, it would open this door and allow you into the first room that we were at. There's the torch clues. But push this button to switch the door back. So it's kind of a three-way door here with customizable outlets. Alright, so we're into this room here. This is the library, or the main library, I should say. There's a few clues here and there. As you can see, there's a book here. And we have 3 clues down in here. So the first clue is the trick is to think left to right. So keep that in mind as we continue to move through. You might think, oh, maybe there's a trick to get up there, but that's an impossible jump. That's 2 blocks high. Eventually you might stumble across this. Place the key in a place similar to where you found it. So if you didn't find the key in that barrel back there, you'd have to, click this button, go through the portions again, but I just happen to know where the key is. So the key is found in a barrel by a door. So you put this key in the barrel by the door, and it unlocks this door. Walking through, there's a couple of windows. This is meant to look like a reflection. I forgot the lantern there, but it's meant to kind of be trippy like that, where it kind of is the mirrored. I'm going to add a lantern right there to sell the effect real quick. Good thing I brought my stuff with me. So this is meant to be kind of trippy like that. I don't know why, but it's kind of cool. Another room, library room, not very decorated, but here's a door. It's locked though, so we need to figure out how to unlock this door. So the player might go, oh, there's a clue up there, right, on those signs. Dark corner. I just happen to know that the dark corner it's referring to is up here, and there's a button right there, and that unlocks the stairs. So we go up here. Now we have access to this top door right here. We can push the button to unlock, and we're introduced to this room, which is the prison. The lore, the story of the lore kind of thickens as we enter this room. So this is the chamber, right? The kind of headquarters. And throughout the chamber, throughout the escape room, you'll see signs that say "Glory to the Gleaming Beam," which was their only source of light and energy. Apparently they had bat roommates as friends. So this is the chamber of the Gleaming Beam. So this is just kind of solidifying the lore. This is what they worship. This is their source of power and of light underground. Now if we go back here, we'll see another book with our second clue. The correct ones are the odd ones out. First one was the trick is to think left to right. Second clue, the correct ones are the odd ones out. So we keep those 2 in mind. There's a button right here. Very faint iron door that we heard. But before we go down again, we're going to go in the prison cell. And now we're on the other side of those iron bars that we saw earlier. But here's our third clue. Columns, not rows. Clue 3 of 3. And here's a little, it's meant to be like a scratch on the wall, but we don't really have that in Minecraft, so put it on a sign. We found out the answer, but got caught too soon. We should have escaped when we had the chance. Little eerie lore there. Perhaps the researchers from the Artic Research Center were trying to discover the secrets of the Uncharted escape, but got caught and were prisoners and died in the prison. So going back to this main library room, that button up there opened this door on the other side. So now we have access to this final room. And now we have this big room here. I like these little window details. You can kind of see through into the bulk storage room back there, and like those ones as well. But we have a book here. This room only likes quick clicks. I put that in there because as I was watching people do this room, they were doing it too slow, and I needed to add a hint on how to do it. So this is obviously our next and final clue, a next and final puzzle to solve. And this is where our 3 clues come in. So first is the trick is to think left to right. And then second is columns not rows, and the third is odd ones out, I think. I may have gotten them out of order, but essentially the answer to this puzzle is you go left to right and click quickly on the odd color out in each row. So in this case it'd be spruce and then oak and then spruce again, but I have to do it fast. And then this door will open. Yep, these 2 will open actually. So we're back in this chamber. That is 1 room complete. And if we go back to the main area, we will notice that our first pillar is light. So we just need to do that 3 more times for each corner, and we will finish the puzzle, right? Supposedly, when all 3 pillars are lit, you will be permitted to quit, right? That was the puzzle, the poem on the exit. I've done this enough times, I should know the way through the maze. Perhaps I'll skip the maze for the future rooms, but this one's pretty easy. Alright, so we enter into this one. This one I've been meaning to change, actually. I think it's a little bit too hard. But if we can't really see that sign from here, but I can zoom in and say, it says, glory to the gleaming beam. So it's nothing important to the puzzle. But we see a floor of pressure plates, a button, and a little hole right there. So if we push this button right here, that will open up, right? That's our exit. And if we walk on the pressure plate, the door closes. But there is a path through the pressure plates where the door will not close. So the clue is up here on the wall. The ceiling was too dark to see, so I put it up here on this wall, and it's this andesite trail right here through the pressure plates. So if we just kind of as if it's mirrored up there. So go over and then down and then over 1, down 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I must have stepped on a wrong one. So we go 1, 2, 3. Helps if you squat 1, 2, 3. I happen to have it memorized. 1, maybe not as 2, 1, over 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then from here, oh dang it, I stepped on that one. Okay, push the button again. Okay, we can do it this time. Then down, and then from here you can, from this point, you can jump if you go fast. But I'm just going to go through. So pretend I made it through. Push this button to open the door to exit into the main area. So this is 1/2 of this pillar lit up. I had to split that pillar in half because there's 4 rooms and 3 pillars, so I had to split it in half. For this room, I'm not going to go through the maze. I'm just going to cheat, and for the sake of demonstration, well, I might have to do the maze in order to get out, but for the sake of demonstration, I'll just bust my way through. Obviously, you wouldn't have a pickaxe if you were doing this for real, and I'll just go into our third room. All right, so you enter, here's the exit of the maze, you enter right here. This is not supposed to be here. This is our third room. We can explore a little bit, we can see maybe some dining area, a little brewery, kitchen, all glory to the gleaming beam, our only source of power, the only thing that keeps us alive. So they understand where their energy comes from, right? Glory to the gleaming beam over there as well. As you're walking around, a little hint to my Minecraft face there. Not a lot of people notice that, but you can see the resemblance if I take off my helmet. That is funny. Anyway, up here some more seating, a little bar area. Perhaps this is where people go to have lunch. But if we come up here, obviously this is a display. This is where people are, you know, something's here, right? The pillars, this is, if you come up here on this pedestal, you'll see the redstone particles and you notice that, oh, there's a redstone that lights up. And apparently it's broken. That's unfortunate. It's supposed to stay lit, right? But you notice the redstone particles coming through the carpet and you say, oh, maybe perhaps there's more redstone particles that come through the carpet. So there's the next one. I may have just broken it. I don't know how I did that. So you go through the room and you find all of the, oh, and there it is. There's lit up. I think I stepped on it too fast or something. And there's the top one. And the last one is up here. Oh, we've lost the bottom one. So there's kind of a time constraint here. There's the top right. We've lost the bottom left and the bottom right. So we gotta run quick. Bottom right, bottom left is right here. When you get them all lit up, these doors will open, and you have to walk through them before, you know, they reset. Okay, I may have to go back and fix that one. I don't know. I've never had that happen before. And then this will just lead you quickly outside of the maze. Here is the outside room. Okay, and there's the third room. Second pillar all lit up. We just have one more to go. And for this one, I think I'll just bust through the wall for time's sake. Oh, not right there. Let's go in right. Here's the exit, so let's just go in right here. I think that'll work. I may have put that down on the wrong block. Okay, so you exit through the maze right here, or I think more commonly over here on the side. Glory to the gleaming beam on the side. So this room was actually the first room that I ever came up with when I was thinking about an escape room. This was inspired by the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry Potter. So as you explore this room, there are some empty barrels. There's a door back here. Some unfamiliar characters, right? But here's the clue book. I've been in here for days trying to translate what it means. I think I'm nearly there. And then it has what these characters mean in English. And then here's a rough translations to help, you know, whoever's here, help them out. After countless tries, I've also figured out iron isn't on the end. If you're reading this, I hope you can use my translations to escape, because I don't think I'll be able to. And then, kind of, in the sake of lore, there's a little bit of drop of blood there, dried blood. So essentially, this is telling you which material goes in which position. And this book and these clues here. But you may be thinking, material? I don't have any materials. In fact, you know, usually I don't have anything except for food. So as you explore, you're like, what are you talking about? There's nothing in here. But then you notice this barrel, right? And here's the materials. So you move these to your inventory, or you sort them out from there. And generally, people do is sort them out in their inventory, and they figure out the pattern. I think it's something like this. I did it so many times I think I have it memorized. And they eventually realize that you put them in these barrels, and I think that's wrong. You push this button to submit. Oh, and that's the sound for incorrect guess. So our materials will come back here in a randomized order, mind you. So it must be emerald on this side, and then amethyst on this side, gold, iron, copper. I think that's wrong. Yeah, that's wrong. Okay, we might have to brute force it. I'll just edit this video and cut it. Okay, this might be it. It goes emerald, copper, iron, gold, amethyst. It's designed to take a couple of tries. Aha, there it is, yes. Okay, so then the door opens. I did put it on the right block. And we are fully, all the pillars are lit. And the stairs are elevated 1 block, so now you can escape from here. And that is the entire escape room. Walking over these pressure plates will reset the whole system, ready for the next person. And the exit is just... Oh, let's see when I built this. There's a little sign down here that says when I built it. Foundations built November 23, mechanics and details June of 24. So it took me right about 9 months to finish this whole thing. Thanks for playing. Okay, so now let's take a tour. How long have we been going? 30 minutes. Wow, and we're only on item 2. Let's just take a quick free cam into the redstone real quick. Get to a safe space. And okay, so you drop down here into this tunnel, into that room. Let's go into the order that we did the rooms. So firstly would be, nope, not this one. Directly across. This one. Okay, this is the room with the most pieces. All the other ones just kind of have one main piece. This one has a bunch of different pieces. So we'll start here. So essentially what this is doing, you push the button, it sends the system into this T flip-flop, which sends the signal down and activates this piston, turning on or off this torch, essentially. So the signal goes down, and then through the torch, down this redstone signal, under, and then up, and powering, the torch through the block there. And that's, just slices. So that's the same thing for every time. The tricky part though was the randomizer. When the whole room was reset, when you walk over those pressure plates on the exit, I had to be able to randomize this. So it couldn't just be exact opposite. I couldn't just go in and throw a pulse into every slice, because then it would just be the same solution every time. So I had to randomize everything, and that's what these are doing. So this is just 50-50 randomizer. This line right here is the exit. So you go right here, and then as you can see, the repeaters take the signal through every single one of these randomizers. And it's a 50-50 chance that the signal goes through to the sticky piston, resetting the T flip-flop or switching it. And so each slice has a 50-50 chance of changing every time the room is reset, which was a very important piece to me, because I knew I wouldn't be able to get on the server and reset the escape room every time, so I had to have it all automatically reset. Okay, moving on into the next room. This key which was in here. I can't open it because I'm in free cam, but this key is you put it in this door, which is a fairly simple circuit. It just takes the item out of the barrel, and then if it's the key, then it drops down into this barrel, which then this comparator says, hey, there's something in here, unlock the door, which is door 2 right here. So pretty simple circuit. If it's not the key, then it gets spit back out. For some reason, if you put your food in there, then you can, it spits it right back out in the floor. When you reset the game, this is the reset line right here, main reset line, yeah. It goes out around here and then down here, which unlocks this hopper below this barrel, which is holding the key that you submitted. And then the key goes across here into the water stream, all the way down and into the item elevator, back into this barrel in the room. So super nifty. I'm proud of that one. A very smart idea that I had. For not basing this off of anything in specific, I'm just, the whole time while building this, I was just coming up with ideas. No inspiration, no, video tutorials or anything. It was just all just off the top of the dome. Obviously, this pressure plate's a fairly simple circuit. You just take the signal down and sticky piston this stair. Pretty simple stuff. This one, though, so with this flipping door, I had to make a T flip-flop with 2 inputs. So essentially this button activates this redstone right here, and then this button does the same thing except sends it in a different way. So if you pushed 1, pushing it again wouldn't do anything because both redstone lines are going into a different part of the T flip-flop. Well, I guess it's not a T flip-flop, it's just whatever this is called. The item goes back and forth, and the door is open or closed depending on which container this item is in. Alright, moving on to this room. The stairs are hidden by a neat little trick where if there's stairs in the wall, then they will bend and look like a full block from this side, but they're really just stairs that have been, like for example, this stone stair right here, when it is extended, it will straighten out. But when it's retracted because of this stone brick stair, it curves to be flat with the wall. So you can't see it before you've activated it. So that's what all that does. You push the button up here, which just activates, looks like a observer line, I think. It just shoots an observer line down into this T flip-flop. You can't really see, there's the observers. So it shoots it down. T flip-flop, opens the door, or extends the pistons, and allows you into this room. Is there any redstone in here? I don't think so, except for this button in this room, which opens, if we go down, opens, let's see, where did it go? Opens this door right here. All right, so if we go up here, the redstone, it's really dark. I should light that up. It goes down in here and then all the way down into another, I think this is called a monostable circuit. I'm not sure. But here's a dispenser, shoots the item back. This comparator reads it and then unlocks the door right there, which is our door in question. And then the reset system just sends the signal this way and unlocks the dropper, pushing the item back, closing the door again. Okay, into the final room. We have our keypad entrance thing, which is essentially just, I have repeaters on, on the back of the blocks of all the buttons that I want the user to push. All the other buttons won't do anything. So you could theoretically push all the buttons left to right at the same time, but you need 3 people to do that. Essentially, they just have delays. So that's why I have left to right clue, because this is longer delay, less long delay, shortest delay. and then all the torches turn off, unlocking this door. Again, this is a monostable circuit. Unlocking the door here and unlocking the door here. So, and then here is this is the unit that keeps track of how many rooms you've completed, essentially, or lights. How many lights are on, I should say, because there's 3 and 4 lights. Okay, moving on to the next room, which was that's how that room works, which was this room right here, right? Yep. So this is actually a lot simpler than I thought it would be. My friend Wilson came up with this idea for me, and I discovered how to do it in Minecraft. So essentially, underneath the path of pressure plates, are just repeaters. You just walk along. Of course, like obviously it's mirrored up there on the wall. If you click on a pressure plate, it will activate this redstone, sending the signal to the door, the piston door right here, to close it all up. Yeah, super simple stuff. And then the way that I unlocked the door and turned on the light was this button here. You can't exit this room without pushing the button, so this line here, let's see, opens the door, and then this line goes down and turns on the light. Or maybe this one. Yeah, so this one turns on the light, and then the one down here goes on and turns on the appropriate light for the information storage of how many lights I've turned on. Okay, moving on to this room. This is fairly simple. Oh yeah, I need to go back and fix this because it's broken. Maybe I'll leave it like that. It's kind of nice. Give you a clue. So essentially, underneath this carpet is a redstone ore, and every time you interact with a redstone ore, it activates its particles, and the observer detects that and sends a redstone signal into a T flip-flop, and then that is sent up to the display, which all 5 of the redstone ores are hooked up to. So you have to run over and interact with all the redstone ores before previous ones have turned off, because that will, of course, turn that section off. And then if all of them are on, which is what these torches are, so for example this middle one is off because the light is on, then it'll send into this main line right here. So all the torches are off, this redstone is off, sends the signal down here, firstly to our information storage down there and the light, and then also to our doors. And then you just exit like that, and then it also unlocks this door for the exit. Okay, moving on to the last room. This one is the one I'm most proud of, I think, in terms of whole rooms put together. So this one's, I might want to actually go visit this one in person. Oh, it's nighttime. I should have slept. Ugh. This is very professional tour. Ah, gosh dang it. Alright. I'll make a run for it. Okay. Hello, zombie. This one's easier to explain if I'm able to open the container, so that's why I'm going in person. Just go down here and then pickaxe. Running over the reset pressure plates won't do anything if the room's already reset, because it's all T flip-flops on purpose. Okay, so coming down here, this is the redstone for our sorcerer's stone escape portion of the escape room, or the puzzle portion of the escape room. Okay, so I've got a few logic systems going on here. First of all, we have our item sorters to check if your item is in the wrong or right position. Perhaps I will free cam this right here. So we have our 5 barrels here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're all hooked up to a item sorter. It's easier to explain from these 3. So these 3 have these item sorters, right? And if it's the right item, then the item will go down to these chests and sit in these chests because they're being locked by these torches. And these comparators will turn on, turning these torches off, turning this redstone line off. When all 5 items are in their correct place, this torch will turn on, sending the signal to the correct submission sound, and the door, which is around here somewhere. Here it is. Yeah, okay, so it goes up here and then around to the... I actually have that on the wrong block. I need to push that back a block, but... and then also putting it to the information storage. And then when all 3 lights are off, all of these repeaters are turned on, turning off all these torches, turning on the line, extending the pistons, and letting the player escape. So I think the only room I didn't explain the reset was this one, because the other 2 reset on their own. Okay, so when you run over these pressure plates, the signal goes down here, and then firstly we go unlock the items from these chests, dropping them down into here, and then back up into the barrel, which is the barrel that you can access from the room. And then it also stores. Let's see, where does that happen? I think it does right here. Okay, so right here, it stores the items in. So if they're coming in here, it stores them in for just a minute and then shoots them up, which randomizes the order. So you never get the same order twice if you play the escape room more than once. So you always have to do the puzzle. It's never consistent. So it does the reset line, which is here, goes down here, and then it wraps around and goes down, does that, and then it also goes around here and up and So what's happening is when you get a wrong submission, this line is activated. However, it doesn't... Oh, I remember really struggling with how to do this. When you get a wrong submission, it doesn't reset the other rooms. That's what I was struggling to figure out. But I eventually figured it out by adding this repeater. This repeater allows signals to go this way, but not this way. So when you get a wrong submission, this line is activated, essentially resetting just the room, but not the whole escape room. And that's what this repeater does. So when you get a wrong submission, let's see, simulate reset button. So it resets the room, but not the whole place, which would be rough. So that's what this is doing. Essentially, when you get a wrong submission, it will go, the item will travel, let's see, across, go to item sorters. So instead of flowing down and being stored in these chests down here, they'll flow across and over into this chest and then down into this chest, which is labeled wrong submissions. This comparator will read the signal. Hey, there's something in here. We have a wrong submission. Send the signal through this block into this repeater. The incorrect submission sound will play like that, or the other way around, like that. And then that signal will be sent also to the simulator reset, but not go all the way through the reset to the other rooms, just this room. So it'll go down and simulate a reset. All right, so that's how that room works. I think that is everything on the escape room. That's a very thorough, let's see, it needs to be on this block, a very thorough tour of the escape room. And now it is all reset and ready for the next person. I don't think very many people play this because there's only like 4 people that play on the server anyway, but Next thing on the list, I believe, is our farm area. So you might be wondering, as we were going through that, where in the world I got all of the materials for all those hoppers and redstone components. Easy peasy. I just built a farm. So there's a village over here. There's my base. We just flew over my base, so the farm is just over here. And this is kind of like my industrial district area where all of my farms are. So here's the village that I found when I first started playing. I built this iron farm. First this one, and then this one when I started to sell it. And recently I've been starting to put more decorated buildings in, and I'm going to make this kind of like a second base, essentially, because I have my villagers trading down here. So I don't like to villager trade, but sometimes it's just necessary. So yeah, a couple pretty houses. Got a little chapel here, got a little house there. I plan to do more, remake more of the houses, but the challenge is to give every house a purpose, because it wouldn't be an industrial district without, industry. So this is my little iron farm. Zombie just goes round and round and, makes the villagers create golems, and then I burn them for iron, and also I compost all of the poppies. But anyway, other stuff around here, this crop farm, standard water design, sheep farm, lots of wool. I've also been recently getting into horses, so I have a bunch of horses and then a little timer, time them all, see which one's the fastest. And I think that's everything around here. Got a little bunny enclosure. Gotta make it too tall, but also jump out. Got my extra horses, cows. I think that's everything here. So this is where I get the farm, or the iron, for all of my redstone components. I trade villagers for redstone, along with going mining and stuff, but lots of materials come from that. Or I also have a mob farm up there. I've also recently, I didn't put this on the tour, but I just remembered I did this. And really quick, this will be included in the farm area. In the Nether, I just recently built a gold farm and a bartering station. Kind of proud of that. Okay, so this is the gold farm bartering station place that I'm proud of. So pretty standard design. The pigmen spawn up here. They want to trample this turtle egg that's floating in the air right there, and they drop basically down to 1 heart or 2 hearts, and then if I flip this lever and then hit this guy, they will say, "Oh, attack, attack," and then I can just sit here and slice them. This is why I had my volume down at the beginning. Actually, that was a different recording, but because it's super loud. But anyway, that's how it works. So all the items come in here, go down to the item sorters. I built everything out of glass because it's spawn proof. I didn't want any piglins spawning and killing me. So items go down here, are sorted, and then automatically crafted into gold ingots in the crafters. So the nuggets are sorted out, crafted into ingots, and then the junk is spit out, and it falls down. So there's the gold portion. The bartering portion is down here. So I just put some of this gold that I just collected into this chest. The minecart will take it and automatically distribute it to these 5 bartering piglins. And I can push the button and they all start to barter. And they just throw their items and it's collected by this hopper and chest. And then the items go down here, are elevated up into my giant sorting system. So I just did this a couple weeks ago. really proud of this one. I just kept adding and adding and adding things. It's like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do this and let's see if I can do this. And, like, originally I didn't plan to have the bartering. I just like, I'll just keep building. And I was like, oh, I wonder if I could do an AFK version. So that's what this lever is. If I... Are they still angry at me? No. So there's a turtle egg here, and so they're attracted to that. And that lever opens this trap door. And so they'll fall down. And I'll just AFK here, free camp, so they continue to run. They'll fall down, die over these hoppers, and then these minecarts will take them up and distribute the items as if I was, you know, killing them myself with my sword right here. So pretty nifty system. I can AFK here if I want. Because I have looting 3 on my sword, it's way more efficient just to sit here for 15 minutes and slice them up with my sword. But anyway, that is my bartering gold farm. I was gonna make a shop and sell all this stuff. I don't know yet. I might. We'll see. Okay. Back to the overworld. That's about everything I've done in the Nether, to be honest. Okay. Been going for about an hour. Good length. Alright, last thing on the list is the shopping district. So this has been a kind of a joint project. My friend Watchdog has built the majority of it. But we all have shops that we've purchased from him in the area. And you take the... I always take the Nether there, which is my Nether portal right here. But I always forget there's a rail here. So I'm going to take this rail to the shopping district, and it's a pretty long ride, so I just ended up cutting most of it. But anyway, he built most of it. We purchased shops from him, and I've done... Okay, to the shopping district, yep. I've done cool redstone stuff over there too, so I'll just cut the video. Alright, looks like we're just about there. And here is the shopping district. Oh, hello, friend. Go through here. And then this is the shopping district. Just walking through briefly. Like I said, my friend Watchdog built most of this. So this is a little Italian-inspired town. Seashore, seaside town, whatever it's called. So as you can see, there's a couple shops up and running, lots of buildings. Some of them have shops in them. This one's selling, this is selling sticks and stones, is selling wood and stones and stuff, rocks. Honey shop, selling honey products, obviously. Kind of cool. My shop is up here. This one. The Flight and Iron shop. I sell iron and rockets that I get from my farms. And then the rest of it just wraps around here. Cool buildings. This is where we go to purchase our deeds for our shops. Watchdog has a whole system set up where, you know, you can purchase shops and, you know, pay him for the space to sell something in them. The last thing on the tour is the casino. And I built a subway to it, like I usually do. So we'll just go to that real quick. We'll take the subway to the casino, and we will take the underwater train Okay, we're just about there. This automatic minecart system will automatically collect my minecart for me and dispense it as needed. Here's the casino. It's located inside this cool cave thingy. You walk in and you're greeted by these signs. Welcome to the Chorus Casino. Turn left where you can buy Chorus coin. All the machines in the casino only take Chorus coin. On the right, you'll find an exchanged back to diamond. So you buy your coins, which are used in the casino to gamble with diamonds, and then you walk in here, you play all your games, and on your way out, you exchange them back to diamonds. All the machines in here are as close to 50-50 as possible. And the edge that I have as the casino owner is in the exchange rate, where it's 5 Chorus coins to 1 diamond. But if you come over here, it's 1 diamond for 4 Chorus coins. So there's the edge in my favor. Kind of transparent, kind of unfortunate. A lot of people complain about it. Well, 2 people complain about it on the server. We'll just go through all the games here. So here is the first game. Here on the left, we have our, I should probably get some Chorus coins to demonstrate them all. I happen to have a huge collection of them in here for testing purposes. Alright, so we got 21 of these. Okay, game to game. Here's our, it's called Bullseye Blitz. Put a Chorus coin in here, push the button. This is how most of the game works. Most of the games work. And this will shoot an arrow at the target. The closer you are to the center, the more diamonds you get. So. Oh, and we got 2 back. So we've broke even on this game so far. All right. Next game, let's go up. Well, let's go visit this one real quick. Double or Nothing slot machine. Pretty easy. Place coins in the dropper and push the button on the side. So you push one in, you submit one, you either get 2 or nothing back. Really easy. Spin the wheel. Again, coin in the dropper, push the button. This will spin the wheel for you. If you land on diamond, you get your coins back plus some. Terracotta, you get nothing. So I got nothing that time. So that's kind of fun. Random timer with I don't know if you heard the composter in the back, but that's our timer in the back. It just spins until that happens. Okay. Double or Nothing bigger machine. Again, coin in the dropper, push the button to start. Prize will end up in the barrel. Over here we have our buttons double or nothing, or cash out. So I'll try my luck and try to get 8. Oh, didn't even get close. Okay, lost that up there. Lost that down there. Okay, so this is the jackpot machine. Jackpot lottery. Over time, the jackpot grows. The more lights on equals the bigger the prize. Buy a lottery ticket and submit it for a chance to win the whole jackpot. So this machine was actually one of very few of my very own original designs. A lot of these I just copied off of YouTube tutorials because casino machines are very complicated. So essentially the pot grows over time. Like the instructions say, you buy a ticket, you submit it for a chance to win the whole pot, and then it resets. It's just like a jackpot in real life. Alright, and then let's go up this kind of auxiliary staircase real quick to visit this one. Little bar area, decorations, you know, little tabs and stuff. Alright, current catch. This one is one of my favorites I've ever in the whole casino. Put a coin in the hopper right here and push the wood button to start. 3 coins will drop out into the water. Press the stone buttons to launch them up and over the wall to claim them. So this is how it works. Put one in here. You push the stone button, this wood button. Dispenser back there will push them into the water, and you bounce them up and over the wall. See if you can catch them. Oh, that one's on the wall. So, and then that minecart comes and collects it. But so basically, your goal is to try to claim the. Oh, dang it! If you bounce them up and over the wall, then you can claim them again. So That's how that works. Pretty fun. More of a skill-based game than a luck-based game. That one is. Okay, last machine, definitely the most intense, is blackjack. Okay, so if you've never played blackjack before, the objective is to have a bigger hand than the dealer. But the catch is that you don't know the dealer's hand until he reveals. So the instructions: place your bet 1 to 128 in the barrel and wait. The machine will give you a hand to start. Choose one of two options: hit or stand. Hit adds a random number from 1 to 7 to your hand. Stand reveals the dealer's hand and ends the round. If your hand is more, your wager is double. Your wager is doubled? Does that make sense? Your wager, I think wager. If less, nothing. And if it's equal, you get your wager back. P.S. If your hand goes over 14, you lose. If the dealer's is over, you win. So we'll just demonstrate this real quick. I'll put a couple of these in. So it's going to give me my hand on the top line of 1. Perfect. So I'm going to hit for more. Random number 1 to 7. I'm going to keep hitting until I get as close as I can to this end. Oh, that's pretty good. So now I can choose to hit again, but there's a chance I'll go over and lose automatically. But there's also a chance that I can get even closer to this mark, because the dealer's hand is 7 to 14. Or like 9 to 14 or something. It's always on this end, right, from here to here about. So it's unlikely that he'll be down here or here. So I think I'm going to hit again. Oh, and I lost. I got over. Oh yeah, and I wouldn't have won anyway because the dealer's hand was all the way up here. Okay, let's play again. Okay. Oh, again, nice. Starting with 1, 2, 4. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm going to stand there. And I win. So I got 8 coins back. And I think that broke even. Depends on how much I put in to begin with. Okay, that's the casino. The behind the scenes of the casino, you just go back here. And here's the gambling, or the Jack Black machine. Again, someone else's design, but I would not be able to explain this all to you. This is also someone else's design. These slabs are just here to keep slime from spawning. The only ones that are my design are... Oh, here's the exchange machines. So I get it. My money comes down here. The only ones that are not my design are the ones that are up here. Where's that again? Just collect it. Up here and then up on the jackpot machine. We'll go visit that one after. Okay, down here we have the current catch game. So essentially what someone does when they're up here is they put a coin in the dropper, push the button, and it will go down into the system. The system will check to see if it is a coin. I think it should. Where's the sorter? I think there's a sorter around here somewhere. Potentially there's not a sorter. Oh, here's the sorter. Yeah, here's the sorter. So if it's not an item that you can accept, then like it looks like someone tried to put a packed ice in there and a spider eye. I just keep them. All of people's embarrassing submissions, thinking they can rig the game. There is a sorter. So the signal goes here when a chorus coin is detected here. Signal strength becomes 3, activates this, and this is the where am I? Right here. Okay, this is the submission sound. So it's sentence 3. It splits the signal to 3 channels. 1 goes this way. That's the fastest. Second fastest, and then slowest over here. And that's what gives us our 3 pulses for the dropper. I just have a little reference piece so I know if I need to refill. Reference sign, I should say. And then that also activates the rail that goes along and collects any coins that happen to land on the pillar up top. The buttons are really easy. They're just hooked up to some redstone. Push the piston up, bounce the items over. So it's a pretty simple system. I always forget how I do this. Fix it like that. Okay. Okay, that's how that works. Let's go to the jackpot. Okay, this is the only other one of my design. So we'll pop in here. Okay, so now, organize my inventory real quick. When you, I'll just demonstrate it real quick. Do I have coins on me still? Yep. Buy a ticket, put it in here. Hopefully they know by now to push the button. Ticket will pop out here. Here's the lottery ticket in my inventory. I submit the ticket by putting it in here for a chance to win. And I did not win. I don't have a sound for the... Oh, I think it's just reset. I think it's resetting. Maybe it... Anyway. So essentially, you buy the ticket, simple little system, checks to see if it's a coarse coin again. If it's not, someone tried to put a mangrove plank in there. That's probably me. When you submit the ticket, it goes in here. Another item sorter. If it goes through, if it is a ticket, it goes down and then back up into the storage. So I'm always cycling lottery tickets. I'm never losing them. Again, fully automatic. I don't need to come here for any maintenance except for if a machine runs out of coarse coins, then I'll come back and fill it back up. But okay, so what's going on here is we have a heartbeat timer, etho hopper clock. Do I have any blocks? Gosh dang it. I need some stairs. Okay. So up here is the timer, etho hopper clock. That's going back and forth. I think it's, yeah, 5 stacks of items is 1 movement. Every time this block moves, both of these repeaters turn off, which turn off this redstone line, which allows 1 item to go through, and then the item goes up and over into this pot, which then it is held in the pot by this torch. The more items the pot has in it, the stronger the signal strength will be. The stronger the signal strength is, the more pistons go down, the more lights turn on because it's pushing the blocks down and lighting up the lamps. And the way that we measure how much prize the player gets is we have this little system here, which basically the stronger, I think it's about to reset. So this is the last, this is the maximum lights are on right now. This is the last. When this lamp goes down, the whole system will reset. We might be here when that happens. So basically what happens is this signal strength is 15. When you win, a pulse will be had for every signal strength, which goes through, this piston pushes out, and then it starts a loop around there. And then this observer says signal strength 11, signal strength 10, so as it decreases each time. And then it will send that many pulses to the coarse coin, and then every time you'll hear that sound as you win. So 1 stack. Someone came in here and won, actually. Nice. Okay, so that's, I think that made sense. Maybe we'll sit here and watch it until it happens. So we're going to watch for this signal strength, which will turn into this target block as the piston pushes it out. And then the repeater will, or this is a comparator, the comparator will send that same signal strength to this dust. And then every time that dust changes, this observer will send the signal down to the prize and shoot it out to the player. The prize dropper and shoot out to the player. Okay, and then one of the big problems I had with the system is if the system expires, like if the jackpot gets too big and it needs to reset, how do I do that without spitting out prizes? Because it's essentially running the same circuit whether or not a player wins or the system expires and has to reset. That's what this green lamp is doing. It drops down, activating this repeater, which then turns off this comparator. But this, and then the system resets. Yeah, because we have, let's see, this is a stack and 5, so a signal strength of 4. I don't remember exactly how this works, all those details, but essentially this comparator turns this comparator off, which will then turn this signal strength off, and then even if this goes, then nothing will happen because this redstone dust will remain off and nothing will be detected. So that's how that works. But if I go win, then this one will not be activated, therefore not turning this comparator off and allowing the system to run. So we can simulate one of both. Let's put a natural reset. So I just sped it up a little bit. Let's see if that was enough. I don't think so. I'm just putting, okay, let's see if that was enough. I think we might need to put all 8 of them in there. It takes a long time. I did that on purpose. Okay, there it is. So this turned off, turning this signal strength off, and then simulating a reset, which will, oh, the reset happens when those last 4 items drop in, making this signal strength all the way over here reach this repeater, turning everything off, sending the signal strength back, unlocking the pot, and then sending the signal strength down, and then yeah, turning this on and allowing the whole system to reset. Okay, let's simulate that because it's kind of satisfying. I don't think that was it. Oh, I didn't figure out how to turn the sound off. So the sound plays regardless of whether someone wins or it expires, but you can see it all resetting. The items are dropping out of the pot here, which is decreasing the signal strength one by one, lifting up the pistons. And this is a little glitch here where the first 2 are the same, so I just put some buffer space in there. But anyway, so yeah, that's how that works. I think that made sense. Hopefully that made sense. If not, then too bad, because I'm sick of talking. Okay, that should be everything. Gotta activate this again. Oh, it's blocked here. Ugh. Let me go back to my. Okay, that's been a full and complete tour of everything I've done on this server in the past 1.5 years, and I've spent a total of 20 days. 20 days total on this world in the past 1.5 years. So, half a month. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully that wasn't too boring.